He's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the common council president and the common council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
Little people sitting in here. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. I need new headphones. Like, my headphones are tearing along the little thing. It's terrible. I need new headphones. Now I need an excuse to go out and buy myself some Sony Dynamic Stereo headphones, NDR 7506 models. Digital. Professional. Because I've been using them for, good Lord, 40-some years. Not these headphones, but they're in trouble. 833-212-1017 is the number. I am live on LinkedIn, my YouTube page, Dr. Ken's Truth, 101.7 The Truth, YouTube page, on X, LinkedIn, Facebook. So if somebody says, hey, I can't find you, I can't see you, I'm here. I only do my open on my pages. And then the truth just kind of stays right there. And I look and I talk. I should probably just do my show like this. Just talk to the camera the entire time. What do you mean no? I do what I want. What do you mean no? What? No. Turn it on the air. Turn it on the air. No, come on the air.
Dr. Ken.
What?
Why you do me like that?
What do you mean, do you like that? I can do that. It's my show. She was like, don't look at the camera. I do what I want.
Explain it to me. Like, give me the up and down.
I don't need you to explain to me what I'm doing. You need to explain to me what you're doing. Say what? Say what? Say it. Not like that. I don't know. Of course not. When it's against you, it's all, nobody likes energy against them, right? You'd be like, don't talk to me like that. Huh? I said good morning. See? Don't talk to me like that. So I'm going to just talk to the camera the whole time because that's who I'm looking at. You. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at you. Then I get to cue you and do all kind of crazy stuff. So I was kicking around and doing some research today on, I think I mentioned it before about that statistic that said, out of the 170% increase of people getting hired for DEI and all that other stuff, that actually they're getting laid off in droves. Like a third of them have lost their job. That's my estimate. It's probably more, And so everybody, George Floyd and, oh, we got best of intentions. We're going to do this. And we're going to help people out. And we're going to. I made a point to let people know when they were meeting and having all these things and addressing all these things. And I sat on boards and sat with people and they discussed diversity. And it's important that, and I find it interesting that white females and white males are talking about diversity, but they're not including people who are actually diverse in the conversation. But that was another issue. And so trying to get people to understand, that, see, now I can't find my phone. Now I'm completely and totally distracted because I think my phone is out there. Actually, okay, I'm gonna just say it. I left my phone in the bathroom. Am I Apple Watch said, "Hey, dude, where are you?" And I looked and it said, "You can't find my phone." I'm like, "Where's my phone?" Then I realized, oh, okay, my bad. But I digress. Diversity efforts have been sidetracked. We went through this. We went through this thing of making sure that people were, heard and valued and all this. And I have a little bit of a different take on value because I don't know if like we like to. I value womanhood. Well, I can't I'm not a woman. I can value manhood because I have a lot of things in common with manhood. You can value womanhood, I believe, if you're a woman. I respect it, womanhood. I'm committed to uplifting it, but when I hear value, it just kind of makes me. What was it in there? Yeah, it is. I know exactly what it is. To the left. Yeah. We were actually talking about a phone in the bathroom. Now look, now I gotta end my talk early so I can go find my phone. No, I'm just teasing. So one of the things I always talk about is that you can't really value something if it's not important to you, right? But when we talk about valuing something, it bothers me when we do it about holding something of importance when it's someone else. It's based on judgment. It's based on your principles. It's based on standards of behavior, value, right? I can appreciate it. I can adore it. I can love it. But I don't know if I could give it the importance, the worth, the usefulness that you can give yourself. And that's what I mean by valuing something. So people talk about valuing diversity, but if you're not quote unquote diverse, how can you really value it? Well, there's some issues with it. There's some issues with it. Number one, unconscious bias is never addressed. So we never look at the structure of an organization and look at the barriers that are built in because they're just something some people just don't believe that cause you to not be able to get in. Recruitment. If you want to get this, you got to do all this stuff and take all these things and do all this stuff in order to get like us. Well, that's not cool. Number two, in many instances, there's a lack of commitment to the program. We talk about it and leadership has to be committed to the implementation and the this and the that, but they really don't follow through and follow up on what it takes. Number three, barriers to succeed were never really resolved. So we come in and we look at the lack of commitment, look at the unconscious bias, and then we decide that these are the barriers, but then we never really remove them. I've worked in organizations and still do where they hire themselves. I don't think that person would be comfortable here. Huh? I've never understood that. You have to consciously hire somebody of a different culture and a different background because that's what you do. But if you hire somebody from a different culture and a different background and they reflect you, then that's not really diversity. Number four, the effect was treated like a check the box exercise. And we've seen it. Okay, we got to hire. Now, the Milwaukee Police Department was always accused of doing that, but that's not actually how it worked. Everybody had to pass the physical agility, the written, the interview, all that stuff, medical, everything. Then they got in. But people were under the impression they were just checking a box and going in, and for every For every three white males that were hired, they hired 2 minority males and a woman. And they had to have a class of 60 minimum, and it had to be in those groups. So every class was diverse since the consent decree and the lawsuit by the League of Martin. But then number 5 says the company didn't understand DEI's true importance. And so many places come and spend money with you because they see that you reflect them. And when you don't, they change. And that usually it's a little short span, like it was after George Floyd, and then it dies down. And it's done that over time. The entire time that I've been alive, I've watched diversity and equity and inclusion turn into all sorts of things as it was before, but it really never changed the status of inequality. It never changed it. So number 6 says management didn't take the time to actually listen. Well, that's the thing where the white guy thinks they know everything because they're the white guy. Hate to say it like that, but many times I'll get talked over because people don't listen because they think they know better about me than me. And I was recently in a conversation like that, where I literally, in the middle of the meeting, I literally stopped talking. I said, I'm done. Because you're not listening. And so every time I would say something, they would interrupt me and then tell me I was wrong, but I'd never let them say it. It wasn't like the radio where I cut you off and I argue and all of that stuff. I'm talking about where they asked me a question and I said I disagreed and here's why. And then when I tried to tell them, they told me I was wrong. I'm like, you're not even hearing me. So anyway. Why is that? Well, you have employees that are resistant to change. Not the diverse employee, but even when you try to do it all right and you do all the training and you get people together, it fails because employees just don't care. Number 8, the root causes of problems were never really identified. And that means if you're an organization and you're going to hire yourself and you're going to hire people that support your ideas, your mission, say so. Don't lie and pretend you'll include some people, but then you really don't. Or when you talk about diversity, you end up hiring a white woman and saying you're diverse because you have a female. That's not what diversity. I literally sat in a meeting, a room full of 1, 2, 3, maybe about 15, 20 men, me, and 2, there's at least 1 white woman there. And as the conversation went on, they purposefully said, well, we need to diversify. And the person running the meeting said, yes, that's true. I found Mrs. So-and-so, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, oh, gee, your diversity is another white woman. How's that again? When we don't identify the root causes of issues, even the best intentions, we fail. You literally have to be more proactive than reactive when it comes to addressing these issues. You have to go and find where Black, Hispanic, Asian men and women are and recruit them from there. To say, I can't find any minority candidates. Well, where'd you look? I went to UW-Madison. Okay. Well, how many Black or Hispanic or Asian or whoever are in that particular major at that school? Very few. So then why would you go there? I mean, like if you're looking for a Black engineer, wouldn't you at least go to Howard or I don't know if Morehouse has an engineering school. Go to an HBCU. But if you're really looking for a Black engineer, you would go to FAMU. Florida A&M. If you're looking for a black medical school student, you would go to Xavier because that's where they are. You're looking to hire a black doctor, Xavier, Meharry. So these are the things we talk about. When you don't explore the root causes, nothing ever changes. Then number 9, there were never any real clear goals anyway. People just stand up and rah-rah. They hire somebody black to come talk, and then that's it. And literally that's it. DEI is a complex matter so that no matter how you look at it, it's going to take strategy and work. You can't just come up with a plan and say, okay, this is it. We're going to do this now. It actually takes trial and error. It's not going to be perfect. You have to hold people accountable. But then finally, the thing that kills everybody, right? There's too much of an emphasis on the rules. Oh, no. We don't do it that way. We do it like this. No, I understand, but when I come in, maybe I see it from a different point of view. Oh, no, that's not how we do it. This is the way we do it. I have known at least 10, 15 people that have gotten fired from Fortune 500 companies because they didn't do their job their way. Made it, followed the rules, did the hiring, did all the work, all the operations and the marketing, got everything done, increased the division's revenue, but still got let go because they said, quote, well, you didn't do it our way. What that was code for is that you raised too much money and you actually made us look bad. We all keep our revenue within a certain window where everybody keeps their job. You just exceeded that. Now you're going to make us work harder. So we're getting rid of you. Or we have plans set up where, if you're going to do equity and inclusion and all that, you got to do it like this. Beforehand, yes, you got to do it like this. Like we're going to take all the black people, put them in an ERG, employee resource group, and then that's where they go. If you got a problem, go there. You need a mentor? Forget a vice president. Go there. Yeah, but we only have like one black vice president. Well, if you need a mentor, that's what it is. Okay, but we got 15,000 employees. That one black person can't mentor 15,000. And so that's what happens. And then no one cooperates. And then when it doesn't work, it's because we didn't follow the rules. 833-212-1017 is the number. Have you ever been in a space where you were told, well, this is a diversity effort, when in fact it ended up not being? When we come back, I want to talk to you about some things that I experienced between 1993 and 2017 with the Milwaukee Police Department as it relates to race and gender and all sorts of things. 10 reasons why DEI efforts fail. I wonder why. Maybe it's not me.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap into Milwaukee's most entertaining morning show.
Hey, good morning. Y'all should change this station to the butt naked truth. You see?
Oh my God, I love that.
I'm so scared of you. I mean, it's like, you sleep, but when somebody rub you the wrong way, you better look out.
Listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think